His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It's so dark today. There's lots of clouds. It's a very nice feeling that you get when calmness finally comes over you. You know, where there's... Eckhart Tolle talks about how it's the pain body, how it's this trauma or these awful, terrible feelings from childhood come over you, whether it's anger or depression or sadness, those type of, pains within. Some people even believe that it's stored in the body, usually in the lower back, shoulders, and sometimes some people even believe it's stored on the left side, which is really weird. But yeah, but to not have any pain, not to be upset, not to be depressed, no anger, no frustration, just a feeling of calmness, serenity, just sitting and chilling. It's so nice. Be present. The elderly guy I live with is coughing a lot today. Kind of feel bad for him. Really sweet guy, nice guy. How beautiful. Storms coming in, gray clouds. Looking at a tree. I was sitting this morning and I was thinking about something that Sadhguru said once. Somebody asked them how they could find peace and be one with God. And he said, all you have to do to find grace is you have to ask yourself, am I doing what I'm doing right now to enhance who I am? Or am I doing what I am doing right now to dissolve who I am? To dissolve the person. The more you try to enhance yourself, get better at things, achieve things, even if it's in the form of making more muscles or getting more money or becoming more famous, successful, finding somebody that you think will make you happy, whatever it is, anything to enhance yourself, you'll suffer. You'll suffer in the long run. Because you're still in the state of trying to enhance the person, to be the person. But if you're doing what you're doing right now to dissolve who you are, to dissolve the person, then you become one with creation and all things. You're connected to all things. You're connected to all people. You're creation in that state. Once you dissolve the person, you no longer have an identity, you no longer have a story, you no longer have a gimmick. You're just present, a state of existence. Time goes away, you go away. You're no longer here, you're no longer a person. You're in the flow state, in the state of existence, creation. In the flow of life, working with all things, working with life. You're with life in that state. And you're not doing it to achieve anything. A lot of these self-help books, like Esther, Jerry Hicks, those types of people, they'll tell you, oh, you know, you should do that so you can get what you want. Fucking A, man. That's why spirituality's got a bad name, man. This law of attraction crap, you know, it's like, yeah, let me be spiritual so I can get what I want. Come on, man. You're going against exactly what it stands for. On that note, I'll end this video. As always, humility, love, compassion, warm-heartedness, everywhere you go, every second. If you're not loving, what are you doing here? What are you even existing for if you're not a loving creature? If you come from trauma, and you come from a bad childhood, they found it, psychologists and scientists and people like that, they found that people that come from a difficult childhood, they find it harder to trust people and let people in. They always have this wall up, this brick wall up, you know, where they're untrusting of people. But to take down that wall, to no longer be that person anymore, just to allow yourself to be present and loving. But you also need to be able to read people better. But if you're present, it's easier to read people. But you need to have a clear mind. You need to be present and calm without emotions. And then you could be in this reality. And you could see who's harmful and who's not, who's helpful and who's kind. But in order to get to that state, you need to be present. And you need to not be clouded by emotions. And you need to have calmness within. And if you have that, you'll see people coming and going. And you'll have a better understanding who's helpful and who's harmful. Who will add to your life, who will take away from your life, who will be loving, who won't. A lot of people, they ask me like, well, there's a gray area, right? Some people could be hurtful and loving. I say stay away from most people. You know? I said something about my mother in the last video. You know, and later on I was talking to my buddy Steve, and I said, you know, I told him what happened, you know, what I was talking about in video number 8. And I said anybody that watched that video is going to think that my mother's abusive and controlling. And she's harmful and she's not good for me. And but again, it's your mother. What are you going to do, man? The majority of the time, my mom is loving and she's a nice person. She's just strapped in conditioning. Where in order to feel whole, she can't just be within. She's got to worry about other people, talk about other people. But most people do that. I'd say 98% of the population does that. That's the hard part, you know. When you have a family member sometimes they upset you and sometimes they don't. You're like, well, what the heck? What do I do with this? And this person's my brother, or this person's my father, or this person's my mother, this person's my sister, cousin, whatever it is. You gotta figure out what to do with it. But if it's a significant other, if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friend, that's a completely different matter, man. That's a completely different matter. You could just step away from those people. Find somebody else. Families with you for the long haul, man. And you could try to run away from them. If they're really harmful, maybe it's best that you do. But when you come from a family like mine, they're pretty jive. They're alright. They're cool people. Some people aren't so fortunate. Some people have very terrifying families. What to do, what to do. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day. Much love, appreciation, humility, love, compassion, warm-heartedness, presence. And in that state of presence and existence, there is only kindness and love. There is no me, there is no I. There is only existence. And in that space of existence, there is only love and kindness. That's it, man. There is no me, there is no I. There's only being existence. And in that state of being existence, there's only love and kindness. Look at the tree and the tree will look back. Alright, party people. Have fun today. Take care.